clinched the top seed in the West with a win late in the third. Here's SGA sinking a triple. OKC up big. They go on to win 128-110 and are officially the 1 seed in the West for the third straight season. CBS Sports NBA analyst John Gonzalez joining me now. John, the Thunder clinched the 1 seed in the West for the third straight season. How confident are you that they can run it back in the West?
I'm confident that they're going to be one of the teams right there because the competition is stiffer, right? But, man, what another great season for them, the third straight year where they end up winning the Western Conference. And, again, the competition is so fierce in the Western Conference that you really have to give them credit because, you know, they started out 24-1, and a lot of us thought, hey, maybe they can go and break that Golden State Warriors record of 73 wins in a season. Then they came back to the pack a little bit. The Spurs ascended a little bit, but they ended up holding off the Spurs, holding off the Denver Nuggets, who are super hot right now. And all credit to OKC and what they've done. I mean, yet again, the best defense in the NBA, top 10 offense in the NBA, the best point differential in the NBA. Last year, you'll remember that they set the NBA record for the best point differential in NBA history. Well, guess what? It's almost about the same as it was last year. And so now they're locked into that 1 seed. They can take the rest of the week off. It'll be probably well over a week until these starters play again once the playoffs start, so they can rest up a little bit. And look, they didn't make the finals 2 years ago when they locked up the 1 seed. They won the finals last year, and that's their goal again, right? They've got the reigning MVP and reigning finals MVP in SGA, and they want to run that championship back. So they're going to be one of those teams right there with the Spurs and the Nuggets, and if they can get out of that West, I really like their chances.
I mean, you just said it. The rest of the West is fierce. The Nuggets are hot. And they are sitting at the 3 seed. Now, they're on a 10-game win streak. What do you think of their outlook in the West with just how they've been playing lately?
Yeah, I've been all over the Nuggets all season long. About midway through the year, I picked them to come out of the West, and then they were just felled by all these injuries.
The Western Conference. When you're talking about the cream of the crop, you got to mention OKC. Now, after OKC handled their business against the Lakers last night, the Thunder are 101 games over 500 over the last 2 seasons. Now, with a win over the Clippers tonight or a San Antonio loss, they'll clinch the #1 seed in the Western Conference. So, gentlemen,
What's up, everybody? We are back. And today we are watching NBA TV. John Gonzalez and the crew. They're talking about the Oklahoma City Thunder. And the headline is simple. The Thunder are the best team in the NBA. Again, let me set the scene. The Thunder beat the Clippers 128-110. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander had 20. Chet Holmgren had 30. And with that win, OKC clinched the #1 seed in the West for the third straight season. 3 straight years as the top seed. That's dominance. That's consistency. That's a dynasty in the making. John Gonzalez put it perfectly. He said, what another great season for them. Third straight year where they end up winning the Western Conference. The competition is so fierce in the Western Conference that you really have to give them credit. And he's right. The West is loaded. The Spurs are 61 wins. The Nuggets are on a 10-game win streak. The Rockets have won 7 straight. And yet, here are the Thunder, standing on top of everyone. Remember, they started the season 24-1. 24-1. A lot of us thought they might break the Golden State Warriors record of 73 wins. They came back to the pack a little bit. The Spurs ascended. The Nuggets got hot. But the Thunder held them off. They held off everyone. And they did it with the best offense in the NBA, a top 10 offense, and the best point differential in the league. Now, here's where it gets interesting. John Gonzalez said, they didn't make the finals 2 years ago when they locked up the 1 seed. They won the finals last year. And that's their goal again. They've got the reigning MVP and reigning finals MVP in SGA. They want to run that championship back. And they can rest up now. They can take the rest of the week off. It'll be well over a week until their starters play again. But then the host asked the question that everybody's thinking. Are you taking the Thunder or the field in the West? And the answer surprised me. One by one, the panel said they're taking the field. Wait, what? The best team in the NBA. The defending champs. The #1 seed for 3 straight years. And you're taking the field? Against them? The first analyst said, if I'm in a locker room facing them, I'm saying they're the team to beat. They got the target on their back. They got the trophy. And then he paused. And then he said, "I'm taking the field." The second analyst agreed. He said, "I've been a big fan of the Nuggets and Joker all season long. I really think they're rounding into form." The third analyst said, "The Spurs have been incredible. They're so far ahead of schedule. More people are worried about the Thunder than the Thunder are worried about other people." So let's break down why the field has a chance. Because the West is loaded. First, the Denver Nuggets. They're on a 10-game win streak. That's the longest streak of the Jokic era. The longest since 2013. Jamal Murray made his first All-Star team. He's going to be All-NBA. This is the deepest team they've ever had around Nikola Jokic. And Jokic is leading the league in rebounds and assists. A center. Leading the league in assists. That has never happened before. Never. He's revolutionizing the position. And when you have Jokic and Murray in the playoffs, you have a chance to beat anyone. Second, the San Antonio Spurs. They're 61 wins. They're the 2 seed. They have Victor Wembanyama, who changes everything defensively and offensively. The panel said the Spurs are probably the worst matchup for the Thunder. And I agree. Wemby versus Chet is a nightmare for OKC. Wemby can guard the rim. He can switch onto guards. He can space the floor. And the Spurs have depth. They have De'Aaron Fox. They have rookies who can shoot. The only question is youth. But as one analyst pointed out, if it wasn't San Antonio, youth would be a problem. But the organization, the coaching staff, they preach winning basketball. That's the perfect place for a young team to become champions. And here's the other thing. The Thunder are great. But they're not unbeatable. They have one superstar closer in SGA. Jokic and Murray are 2. Wemby and Fox are 2. In the playoffs, having 2 guys you can go to for a bucket or an assist matters. The panel said the Thunder are not a one-trick pony, but Shai has been carrying them for 2 years. That's fair. Chet is amazing. Jalen Williams is amazing. But when the game slows down, when the defense tightens, having a second elite shot creator is huge. Now, let's talk about SGA and MVP. The host asked, "Is the MVP award his to lose?" The panel said yes. He won it last year. He's been fighting for it every game. He's got the narrative. He broke Wilt Chamberlain's record for 20-point games. He's been sitting out fourth quarters because the Thunder are blowing teams out, and he still leads the league in clutch points. That's insane. He's a generational talent. It's hard to argue against him. But one analyst still shouted out his preseason pick, Nikola Jokic. Because Jokic is also having a historic season, leading the league in rebounds and assists as a center. That's never been done. So even though SGA is the favorite, Jokic is right there. And then there's the Pistons. Cade Cunningham returned tonight after missing 11 games with a collapsed lung. A collapsed lung. And he came back and had a double-double, 13 points and 10 assists in 26 minutes. He looked like himself. And here's the crazy thing. The Pistons went 8-3 without him. They almost beat the Thunder in Oklahoma City in overtime, which absolutely nobody does. That period without Cade rallied the team. They learned to win without him. And now he's back. That's a dangerous team. The panel said, "I've loved the Pistons all season long. I really like them now that they've got Cade back." So where does that leave us? The Thunder are the best team in the NBA. They have the best record, the best defense, the best player in SGA. They're the defending champs. UT the field is loaded. The Nuggets are hot. The Spurs are deep. The Pistons are gritty. And in a 7-game series, anything can happen. Here's my question for you. Do the Thunder repeat as champions? Or does someone from the field, Denver, San Antonio, or Detroit, take them down? Drop a comment. Let me know. And if you want more of these breakdowns, hit that like button and subscribe. We are building something real here. I'll see you in the next one.